STC built its reputation initially off, and we've talked about this heaps, turning Gen Pop into athletic population.
Yep.
What do you think the keys to that are?
That's a great question.
So I think the biggest one, and the thing that most personal trainers get wrong, is actually coming more to what you're saying in terms of telling them what to do. Communication still matters, but framework and expectations, most trainers set them too low.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is most people don't give them, like, you know, we've said it in other podcasts, like they work from the bottom up, not from the top down.
Yeah.
So they don't go like, this is the best plan possible.
Where
and
do
then
you sit from that?
how far from that do you fit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they start with the like, well, let's just do push, pull, legs, core.
Yeah.
And a little bit of hit at the end.
Yeah.
Bunny ears.
And told you just to not eat bad food.
Yeah. Where we didn't do that. We were like, this is the best plan. This is how you get as strong as possible. This is how you get as big as possible. This is how you get as lean as possible. And when that person was like, this doesn't work for me, then we're like, okay, well, how far down do we need to pull it for you to meet the ceiling? Not, let's take you from the ground up and not really kind of show you how high the ceiling can be.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and we had fucking 45-year-old mums
Working hard.
Very good programs, lifting heavy, tracking macros, making exceptional progress.
Yeah.
And like we talked about it, a lot of coaches are like, I want better clients. And I think that's why we push back on it so much. Just like make them.
Yeah, and everyone who has the clients that people want to, like, had to make some.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
They had to. Like, no one just walks up and goes, I'm going to work with you now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You've had to have worked with some in the past, and the ones that you've worked with in the past you've curated them over a period of time.
Yeah, and even like I think a lot of coaches will look at more experienced trainers and coaches than them and be like, fuck, they're so smart. They work with this population, these people, these whatever. But they're looking at the highlights of the people that have been with them for 6 months, 12 months, 2 years.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, it's like, yeah, but they fucking couldn't squat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we took them. This has been a fucking journey.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. At one of my girls, it'll probably pull like 140 at comp.
Yeah.
18 months ago, was scared to go to the gym.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's like, cool. So you want to come out and train these athletes?
Yeah.
Like, well, could you look at her and be like, well, she's going to compete, she's PBing, she's adding this much load to a total every 6 months. And it's like, yeah, but
would you have taken her on?
First program was 3 days a week machines because she was scared of the barbell.
Would you have taken her on at the start? You probably think you're above that.
Yeah.
That's beneath you.
Yeah. So I think,
I don't think you can work with those people unless you can make them, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you're not going to be good at your job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nuances to get someone there.
Yeah. Even like the years we spent in a big box gym working with Gen Pop, like it still serves us now when we have the clients that we work with who take things a little bit more seriously, you know.
Yeah. Good communications.
Yeah. Troubleshooting, communication, all those things kind of help.
Yeah.
You know.
Creating buy-in, creating trust. I think one of the biggest, maybe a good way to phrase what we're trying to express is like leasing your belief. So if someone doesn't believe in themselves, you have to let them borrow your belief in them.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's like, I think you can manage your food. I think you can train hard. I think you can lose weight. I think you can.
That's one of the most important roles of our job.
Yeah.
Is to like when people say, so like a key component is like motivating people, right? Mm-hmm. But where we get it wrong is they think it's like the fucking high five-y, like in the gym, just like, you know, slapping asses and patting shoulders and shit. It's like, no, that's not what motivation is.
Yeah.
That's like an expression of it very poorly, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Especially when it's not warranted. Sometimes motivating someone is leasing their belief.
Yeah.
It's going, I think you can do this. Or you and I have been in a few situations like, have you ever thought about doing that?
Yeah.
Doing this? Like your numbers are, or, you know, your physique is.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever thought about doing that? And most of the time they're like, well, of course not, because I don't ever think I'm capable.
Yeah.
And that's what motivating is as well.
Yeah.
Is showing someone the potential that they have.
Yeah.
And you coined it perfectly, like leasing the belief until they can see it is one of the best ways to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, we should
Soundbite that one.
Yeah, trademark. Don't fucking steal it. We'll cover for you.
We'll make a new workshop called Leasing Belief. We'll just call the coaching workshop Leasing
Yeah,
Belief.
I'll just put it. I'm just going to put it in the coaching workshop. So thanks, bro.
You're welcome. Yeah, I think that applies to everything. And I think people will naturally do that with, like, you can go up in weight. Like, that was too light. You can do more. A lot of people will do that with training. Yeah. But I think there's been so much noise more recently, last 5 years in the industry, around, like, don't treat everyone like a bodybuilder, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, so getting a informal education in nutrition via tracking food and understanding what it all fucking looks like and is a bad thing. Like, how is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
If you,
especially when the floor, the barrier to entry is so low, like to find information.
Yeah.
Like,
versus someone that eats a pint of cherry tomatoes and you tell them they're a fucking piece of shit. Yeah, it's a problem. But telling someone like, hey, if you track your food for 3 months, you'll probably never look at nutrition the same ever again.
Yeah.
That's might be a benefit, I think.
Yeah, and that's it. You have skills that'll serve you across your lifetime.
Yeah, and people are so scared to do that.
Yeah.
They're so scared to encourage people to do things that might look to the general public extreme.
Yeah.
To us, it's
normal
baseline.
Yeah.
Not even close to extreme.
Yeah.
But it's like trainers are unwilling to put people in that position.
Yeah. Trainers are there's that carries over to everywhere though. Like even the low calorie thing. Like, oh, I can't possibly go
lower.
Like, well, you can. You just don't want to.
Yeah.
You just think that you're a bad person and a bad coach if you did it.
Yeah, because someone on the internet said so.
Yeah, it's like, no, it's just like, if that's the only tool you have, and that's the lifestyle that you're trying to make someone live, like, we know that's not sustainable, and that has its complications, but maybe sometimes in really small acute circumstances it's pretty beneficial for someone who's trying to get in shape. Yeah. Especially ones who are acting out and don't realize it, or are anyway. You just you're not on 1200, you're eating 1500. We know you are. Yeah. But you're just pulling them down because you know, and then you just take them out.
Yeah.
So there's always that stigma that does prevent decision making for lots of things. How to teach someone about said nutrition paradigm, how to what to do decision wise for a client who wants to continue to lose weight who's not. Yeah. You just got to stick to your guns a little bit.
Is there anything else that you would say building that book of people that behave like athletes, whether they are or not? Like, if I'd love a lot of the trainers that are like, I want better clients, that look at someone like you and I and are like, I want to work with who you work with. I just love to have seen us in the gym.
Yeah.
Even for me right now, like, I know yours is like pretty tight. Even just seeing my client book now.
No, mine's across the board. I've got those ones that no one knows exist. I've got a lot of them. They don't show.
I signed a guy this week and was like, I don't want to track. Like, I usually just buy meal prep. I'm like, dude, if you eat protein every meal, like, literally had this discussion this week. Yeah. If you eat protein every meal and you do that on the weekends and you train hard and you sleep and you don't eat like a dickhead, you'll get leaner. Like, they're still there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They're not the ones that have an Instagram fitness account.
Yeah. I got a couple. But I'd say, 75% of the book are bodybuilders. Yeah. People who live their lifestyle of bodybuilding.
Yeah, mine's probably 70% like athletic pop. Yeah. But there's, But so, what my point was, I'd love them to have seen us when we're in the gym. Yeah. And be like, so here's Sally, who is 35, 40 years old with kids, who fills out all their data, who trains like a fucking beast, who progresses pretty much weekly, if not monthly, is signed up for an event, has a time-sensitive goal,
Yeah.
who takes things seriously, who prioritizes their sleep, their stress management, their whatever. But you would walk past them in the gym, be like, I don't want to train that person.
Yeah.
And then you'll get athletes that don't do all that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's the attitude towards the client, like you said before, like just rather than going from the bottom, go from the top down, and then I think it's their own education as well. Like you and I were always learning new things, always trying to see how they worked in the field. So yeah, we were like students of the game, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
Still are to a degree,
Which our clients loved.
Yeah. So you learn something, apply it.
It's like, oh fuck, the boys have learned something. What are we doing this?
Yeah. So we were always doing that, and then we were goal oriented all the time.
Yeah.
So I think if you changed your attitude towards your clients, if you were goal orientated and knew you had to perform and your job was on the line, you would change the way you train those people.
Yeah.
Where some people just create an environment where people come back. It's just like repeat business, but it's not repeat business that gets results.
Yeah.
And then, if you just continue to work on increasing your skill set. And your skill set's not just like, I need to learn said programming. Like, once you get it, nothing changes. You just have a method that you can apply. But it's like maybe your skills around your coaching. Maybe there's skills around other services that you can provide, like nutrition.
Yeah.
Like,
can you actually make a client feel like you believe in them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I think if you put them all together, that's how you create the person that you want lots of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's one other thing you should do.
Buy the nutrition resource that we have.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Mic drop. That was good. That was a good ad. I liked it.
Thank you. You're welcome.